Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing well today. I want to welcome everyone back and of course welcome everyone who's new. Welcome to the channel. Okay you guys, so I just realized I forgot to put music on, so give me 1 second here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to use this deck that I made a few years ago. I think I made it like four years ago. Anyway, it was in a box from when I moved, and I, kind of made another deck. So I thought, well, I won't bother with this deck, but it's really large, so I can only use so many cards. And I used these in yesterday's reading, so I'm going to use the other half of the deck in this reading. Let's see if I can get this to catch without dunking my sage in the candle wax, because this has been burning for a little while. Okay, when I was doing the pre-shuffle of this deck, lying manipulative father came out, and set you up over and over and over again also came out. And right now the cards that are on top is family stalking you, and out of everyone from your cut out everyone from your path. Sorry, I can't read my own writing. So you may have cut out everyone from your past because you don't know who you can trust, right? So that could be something that's significant. Gosh, this smells so good. So yeah, so there could be a father involved. We'll see if that comes out in the reading or not. All right. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter the space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. I don't want to get too close to my clothes because you guys, I ruined some clothes the other day when my sage popped on me everywhere. So, all right. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest white light. Professional. What do you have for the collective in this reading today? What do you have for the collective's highest good in this reading today? These just fell out, you guys. Family stole inheritance. About to lose everything. What? Okay, so you could have a family that's about to lose everything because they stole your inheritance. Something about cutting out everyone from your past. We're not going to clarify that one, but we will clarify those two. Let's get a few more. Somebody with the initial G and a distorted female could be significant. Sorry, you guys, it's hard to see these. There's a glare. Somebody could have hacked your phones or phone. Computers, police are on their ass. So the police could be on this family's ass who stole your inheritance. Now, I guess this early on in the reading, we shouldn't assume that this is family that stole your inheritance. This could be anybody at this point. So let's see what comes out. It could be this father though, we'll see. Okay, let me put some lotion on my hands. It's a little easier to shuffle these cards because they're really slick. All right. Preparing for capture. Oh my God. Okay, so full disclosure, you guys, there could actually be something in here in this deck that is a trigger warning. I should have said that sooner. But preparing for capture. Somebody could be preparing for a capture because the police is on their ass. Time's up, y'all. What? This could be 3 people and an ex who started it all. Oh my goodness. What? I have chills. Time is up. The police are on there. Beep. A feminine? So there could be a feminine involved. Somebody may not pick up on social cues, no shade, just a description of who these people could be. Military families could be, or family members could be involved. And somebody in June is lying to themselves about something, about their defeat. From 2022, paid a doctor to lie on your mental state. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these and then I will clarify. We've got 2022. So somebody could be lying to themselves about their defeat, that like, I'll believe it when I see it sort of thing. Like, you know, until I'm in cuffs, I won't, you know, they might be saying, well, until I'm in cuffs, like it's, you know, I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing. Okay, so we'll leave that. Doesn't pick up on social cues out here. Time's up. Police are on there. I'm going to keep those grouped together here. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I just want to see how we're going to do this. Time's up. Police on there. ASS. About to lose everything. Clarify those separately. Lying to themselves about defeat. I'm really glad I found this deck though, you guys, because it has a lot of stuff in it that my other deck that I made since then doesn't. So yeah. X plus 3. X plus 3 and a feminine could all be involved. I don't think we're going to clarify X started at all. I think we'll do the feminine plus 3. Sorry guys, I don't normally tell you guys what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that it's clear though. So military family members could have done something in June to pay a doctor to lie about your mental state, and something about 2022. They could have used something from 2022 to pay a doctor to lie about your mental state. So essentially, somebody could have been watching you, and they could have got information from 2022, and they had been holding on to it perhaps. This could be a feminine. And then they used it to lie to a doctor. I'm really anxious to get into this reading. I want to know what comes out. Specifically because the way these cards came out today. I mean, it's always like that in my readings, but, you know, sometimes I get more excited than others. So, military family members. All right. Now, the other thing is this could be June of 2022 that somebody, you know, I said, like, somebody could have like recorded something or hacked your phone, because didn't hacked come out? Somebody could have hacked your phone in June. This could have been military family members. And then they got information that they gave to a doctor about your mental state. Okay, let me see where I'm going to go from here. I never choose my decks until I'm already in the overall energy. So let's see. Let's start with the Kipper. Oops, that's the wrong one. Actually, no. Let's start with this turn. Oh. All right. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What does the collective need to know about this family who stole the inheritance? Who did this? A Knight of Pentacles? Hold on before I speak on anything. Temperance. So somebody could have, family members could have stole this money because they were trying to balance something out. Or that's what they're going to try to say. Knight of Pentacles. This was a long, like, they were playing the long game here. And then they could have been like taking this money and like mixing it with their money. So that way it wouldn't look like they did anything. So they could have been like slowly incorporating the money from an account or from that's supposed to be yours, an inheritance, mixing it up here. Now the other thing this could represent as well is like mixed families. Okay, so like somebody could be remarried and they were mixing this inheritance that was supposed to be strictly yours in with their new family. So essentially like they were giving it to, like maybe setting it up to leave it for other people in your family other than just you, and it was meant for you. But with this Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving deck or slowest moving knight in the deck. So that being said, like this could have been going on for a really, really long time, since like 2004 to 2014. And I'm getting that because he's got like 4 fingers. I just heard, what is it, 5-finger discount? That's crazy. Okay, so now generally the Temperance card is a yes card as well. So this could also like, and I'm going intuitively right now, but this mixing of some sort of money, you know, this was meant for an earth angel energy, which is you. Let's get some more information. Tell me about family stealing an inheritance, Holy Spirit. Queen of Cups. So a mother energy who's a hater. So a mother could be involved in this long game to steal some sort of money. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this, except for it. I'm picking up mother energy. She could have said that she was doing this out of love, but she's actually a hater. You know who, you know. If you know, you know, okay? If you have a mom that's a hater, you know. Trust me. Tell me about to lose everything, Holy Spirit. What do we need to know about this? About to lose everything. Oh, a house. Okay, so normally, like, I don't take... Okay, so I'll take the Queen of Cups as a mother energy, you guys. Usually the Empress really is the mother energy here. But this is just confirmation that this Empress, this mother, was trying to take a house, perhaps. And they didn't want to be left out in the cold. So they chose to do this. And now they're about to lose everything. This Empress is about to lose this house and be out in the cold. Because if this Empress, this mother energy here, took this from you, how inclined are you going to be once this house is returned to you to help this person out? They took a risk when they did this. And now they risked it all. They doubled down, like if they were in a poker game. They doubled down in court. So now they could be losing the house and perhaps their freedom. There could be a Taurus involved. Heavy Taurus. An Aries. All right, 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands. So you could be protected, literally protected from whatever it is that these people have done. You could have cut everyone from your past, and this is what protected you. You're literally like in a protection bubble here. You could be being protected from feeling blue, like, okay, because there's a blue, and hold on. So blue is the throat chakra. So, yeah, so you could be protected. Something you spoke could have protected you. Can I get one more for time's up? Oh, did you see that? Innocence. Yeah, so you're speaking about something. Proved your innocence. You cutting others out proved your innocence. You not wanting to have anything to do with specific people proved that you weren't down for this type of stuff. There could be a Leo involved with 7 of Wands. Oh, we have 6 of Swords. There could be an Aquarius involved. Secrets and legal issues. Somebody's trying to get away from these secrets that could cause them legal issues. So they're slowly trying to move into calmer waters. But time's up. The police are on their ass. Yeah. So somebody could be trying to keep you quiet or keep others quiet. Every time, you know, you could speak to this mother energy on the phone still occasionally. And every time you try to speak about something, they may cut you off. It's because they're afraid of what you're going to say. If you've had sparse contact with this person, it could be, and you feel like they don't really want anything to do with you. It could be because they know that you'll speak your mind, or that you are divinely guided to speak about things that are injustices. So you could have a really, really strong intuition. You could know that this house is for you. Something about social media. You could have a social media platform. This could also signify messages, justice. So this is clarifying police are on their ass. Divine guidance and justice. So there's justice coming in, collective. Time's up for these people. You could have known that you were being harassed, perhaps, on social media. And that's what the justice is coming in for here. So, like, okay, for instance, now this is just going to be like an analogy. So take it how it resonates for you. Now, wait a minute. Let me check this. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure that this is the sacral chakra, which is orange. Yeah. Okay, so you can see we have this orange bubble again right here. This could signify like sacral chakra. Something about social media and like your sacral chakra. So like you could have some type of a platform where, I almost don't want to say because I don't want this video to get suppressed. So if you know what the sacral chakra is and you know what that signifies, there could be something about a social media platform regarding that, okay? So someone could have either put you on one of these platforms in that way, somehow using your pictures or something, or you could have been being harassed and you were divinely guided to know each and every time this person or people were harassing you. Now, would you may also be able to go like back and get, okay, I'm not saying that this is actual literal proof, but if you think back about a conversation that you had with this particular, let's just use this mother energy, they could have like stated to you like, well, I didn't have anything to do with coming to your platform, because they want to make sure that it's heard over whatever like phone line or whatever, that they didn't have anything to do with it. However, I'm really picking up that they did. And the reason they said it like that is because that was the thing. Like you could have been questioning a whole bunch of things that this mother energy did, and then they chose to speak to you about that one particular thing. You could have known it was them just based on the things that they were saying. Like they may have stated things like specifically about things that happened when you were a child. Now, how would, like, I don't know how old you are now, but how would anyone else know that information other than your mother or your father, right? Especially like if you're older, like before social media was like a big thing. No one would know that stuff. Tell me about lying to themselves. And 2 of Pentacles. So this particular person is lying to themselves about how balanced they are or how balanced their mental state is. Again, I'm really picking up the same energy of the Temperance, where there's a mixing of things, balancing of some sort of money or something. Checks and balances. And then we have Four of Swords. Something about someone sleeping good at night. Okay, so someone's lying to themselves about their defeat so they can sleep well at night. Now, you guys, I'm going off some of these like just pure like intuitive. So don't come for me in the comments and be like, that's not what that means. I'm well aware what they mean. The Fool, the Star, and Ace of Pentacles. So this person could have taken a leap of faith to do something to a star energy. You are the star energy. Perhaps you have a platform again on social media and you're a star on social media, and this person for whatever reason didn't like it. They wanted to come for your perhaps new beginnings. This could have been what the problem was the entire time. Perhaps they were jealous. They could have just been a fool in believing that they were going to be successful at this. We have Aquarius again. So we have Aquarius, Libra, and Aries. Okay, so let's keep going. This person may be trying to say like their excuse may be like to the law, like, well, I just don't pick up on social cues very well. So, you know, somebody could be, you know, claiming to have some type of an issue that they've never once spoke about before. But they're trying to find something to defend themselves here because they don't want to say that their mental state is messed up. Okay, tell me about defeat, Holy Spirit. Obsessed. So this person could be lying to themselves about being obsessed with you, collective. This person's obsessed. There could be a blonde hair, blue-eyed masculine involved, along with a short-haired brunette feminine. Five of Wands. So somebody could have been obsessed with causing some sort of fights. So they could try to take this new beginning or cause problems to your new beginning. Oh, just start fights with a romantic partner or somebody. Yeah, this person was obsessed with causing problems, saying that either you were keeping secrets from this romantic partner, or they were telling you that this partner was keeping secrets from you or something hidden from you. Somebody could also have been doing like moon magic, with obsessed and doing moon magic to cause some sort of fight here, either with a romantic partner, or this particular person could have been working with a romantic partner to keep something hidden. Take it how it resonates. But this person's been defeated. This feminine has been defeated. So we'll see what else comes out. There could be a Scorpio involved, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, trash box. So this feminine, clarifying feminine, y'all, we have trash box. So whatever this feminine did is being looked at as like, wow, this person's a real piece of work. They're just, you know, they could have even been saying this about you to at least 3 other people. Or this feminine worked with at least 3 other people. Yeah, to cause you to be the wounded warrior. But the Most High stepped in, collective. Yeah. So the Most High saw what this person was trying to do, sit on some money that was really yours. Intuitively, you know this. The Most High could have told you this as well. You guys, I keep cutting it on the Most High. Is that crazy? intuitively, you could have got messages about this feminine, and this was from the Most High. Yeah, you could have intuitively also known about a partner, a soulmate-like relationship. Somebody you thought was a soulmate, that you loved, that you thought loved you. All right, tell me about this feminine, Holy Spirit. Five of Swords. So this trash box feminine here wanted to win at all costs. And this feminine's older. She could have gray hair or getting gray. She could be an Aquarius. But it's, yeah. Did I show you guys these? Hold on, let me just make sure you guys have a good mental picture of this. So this person wanted to win at all costs, this feminine. You know, I hate to keep reaffirming, but this person's coming out, you know, by spirit saying this person's a trash box. Tell me about one more for feminine. This could be a Leo that is trying to say like they innocently took something. Somebody could have been paid some money. So we have strength. So there could be this, you know, trash box could be a Leo that's, you know, trying to win at all costs. You know, like, what is it? Like playing in your face, you know, throwing rocks but hiding their hands. You know, winking at people. You know. Can't even do it. Like, you know, don't say anything. Here, let me give you some money. So they could have been bribing people, giving, you know, people money, winking, like, okay, now, you know, here's the gift. You know? And then they would say, okay, all I need you to do is this, right? Like, it was obvious that this was a bribe. Tell me about +3. Oh, okay. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So they could have paid someone to sacrifice you, but this did not work. Pisces could be significant. You could have freed yourself, collective. Yeah, you are the wounded warrior, so you actually freed yourself from this sacrifice, from this feminine, this perhaps mother energy. Ten of Pentacles, white magic. So this person could have been doing magic in order, or white magic. So specifically trying to manifest, you know, perhaps, you know, calling in the light to help them manifest this, which is really dark. Anyway. So this person could have been, okay, so this is the other thing. This could be representative perhaps of yourself, collective. You were protected from this person taking this money. You were protected from being sacrificed. You may have come out the wounded warrior, but you came out of it nonetheless. And your prayer could have done this. Just your prayer. Prayer alone could have done this. Staying balanced in all your chakras. We have all the chakra colors right here. Look at this. Look at these two bubbles, right? So we've got all the chakra colors right here. So you could have stayed really balanced. And this person didn't like this. They wanted to sacrifice you for this money. They didn't know your strength. We have the Hermit, to be alone. They didn't know your strength when it came to investigating something, shining a light on something, shining your light on something. You could have investigated something. You could have done a lot of soul searching to figure this out. Could have gone inward, trying to figure out, like trying to go inward and reflect and ask for answers. Tell me about this 2022. Wow. Page of Swords and the Hermit. Something that happened in 2022 could have made you, collective, very hesitant to have anybody in and around your energy. So you may have decided to cut certain people off. You may have also chose to spend time alone. And now this is right under X as well, started it all. So this X could have started something here to have you isolate. This could have started in 2022. Tell me more about 2022. Three of Wands and passion. Somebody didn't perhaps like your passion. Hold on. This X may have been passionate about being part of the sacrificial, whatever it is that they did here to take some sort of money from you. Somebody could have been saying something about, ooh, I'm picking up something else with this, you guys. Passion and Three of Wands, like traveling. So this particular X could have started this whole situation by saying you were traveling to have passionate moments with other people. I can't really show that card. So somebody could have been saying you were traveling. You were making plans to do something like that. And they wanted to have you watched. They could have been paid money for this. Tell me about paid a doctor to lie. Paid a doctor to lie. Oh yeah, here we go. Six of Pentacles. So somebody gave some money to someone to get them to lie about someone's mental state. The truth comes out. Everyone could have had their hand out here. A King of Wands specifically. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Tell me more about this paid a doctor to lie about the collective's mental state. What else do we need to know? King of Swords and Page of Cups. Somebody could have been sending like romantic partners to you. Really young, and like, you know, like much younger than you. If you're like 40, these people could have been like 23 or 24 or something like that. There could be a Libra involved, Pisces or a Cancer. These people could have been being paid. King of Swords. So I'm really picking up like authority figure. Yeah, it's weird. It's like they're paying someone here. Now this could be a King of Swords energy who insists they're an authoritative figure, that they've ascended, that they've learned lessons, whatever, in life. This could be getting closed out. Oh, look at this, you guys. Emperor. So this authoritative figure could have been this emperor, which could be this father figure. I've been wondering when it was going to come into play. This person could have been trying to close out a cycle here for you. So they were part of this paying a doctor to lie on your mental state. Tell me about military family. Actually, give me one more for paid a doctor. The devil. So this authoritative figure could be the devil, literally. This person's evil. You know it, and they may even know it, and they don't care. So I'm picking up like psychopathic energy. This person could have been trying to bind you to something, bind you to some fake mental state. Yeah, so this was like their new creative idea. To close your roads is what I just heard. Tell me about military family. Somebody in this military family could be born in June. Three of Swords. That was part of this betrayal. This betrayal could have happened in June. We have Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. and Queen of Swords. Somebody could have been involved, military family members could have been involved in this situation where this Queen of Swords could have been coming in trying to cause some sort of problems. This was a betrayal, and that's the truth. The truth about fire sign and some sort of inspired action. But that's the truth. Someone could have come in and taken action against you to have you cut off from something, a military family member. So this could be like a half sibling or a step sibling. Remember, we go back to this Temperance card where there's a mixing of perhaps, you know, it's technically the mixing of some, you know, balancing emotions and all that, right? But this is, I'm really picking up that there's something, this is right under family still inheritance. So there could be military family involved that was part of trying to have you cut out of something. This was a betrayal. And the truth is in about this action that they took. So they could have like lied on you or something. They took some sort of action here. With the Emperor and perhaps a Leo. So a Leo and an Aries. So this military family could have worked with a Leo and an Aries. We've got the Sun. Or, you know, also something could have been illuminated about this Aries or Leo. With the truth here. Yeah, and a family. So this Leo, something's being illuminated about this family. This Leo could have illuminated something or is being illuminated when it comes to whatever's gone on in this family. Tell me about military family members involved. Karmic connection. So this, whoever these people are, they're all karmic to you. But I'm sure that's no surprise. Now remember, you guys, these are general collective readings, so one part or none of the reading may even resonate for you. So, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, check out my other readings if you would like. I have over 200 posted. And, but please remember to use your discernment. This should be clarification or confirmation to something that you already are aware of. So, you know, don't freak out about something because it may not be yours. All right. This is a collective reading. So we have karmic connection and we have DEATH, which I have to be mindful to not say this too much because the algorithm doesn't like it. But these people could have literally been trying to either cause endings for you or they were really trying to actually take you out. Scorpio could be significant. A Libra could be significant. And I don't think I said with the devil. Capricorn could be significant. Knight of Swords. Aquarius again. So with this Knight of Swords, I'm really getting, again, like somebody rushing in. This could be authorities. Two of Wands. They could have been made aware of these plans. Or whatever it is that these people were doing here. Intuitively, somebody picked up on something. Tell me about military family. Can I get a little bit more? I think we're going to go back through and take a few more This, I can't believe we did this basically whole deck, and we're 42 minutes in. The Magician. So, you know, somebody could have been doing some sort of magic on your relationships to make them all look karmic. Somebody could have been doing magic on you to steal your light, to steal your gifts. Whatever's gone on here has been going on what could have been forever. Okay, so somebody could have been doing magic on your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra, along with your solar plexus, even maybe your heart. Somebody was doing a lot of chakra work on you, collective. With this magician here, magic. They could have thought that they had all the tools to do something. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get some information more about time's up? What else do we need to know about this? Justice. If we don't get any more cards out, I'm going to switch decks because nothing's coming out. One more. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles. So somebody here was trying to do something here, collective, in order to stop you from going into the Nine of Pentacles. So you could have had a platform or something to that effect, right? And somebody saw that you were, like, they were watching you. You see there's a bird in the background. This could signify like monitoring. So somebody could have been monitoring your social media platform. This could have been a feminine. And they saw that this was going to catapult you into the Nine of Pentacles. And they didn't like this. Now, somebody could have also acted like they were divine. But really, they were like the ruler of some flying monkeys. I just heard flunkies. I don't normally get that. All right, tell me about the police on their ass. What do we need to know about this? I'm going to switch decks. Let's see. Sink or swim. Moment of crisis. Rise to the challenge or be overwhelmed by it. Give it all you got. Oh! Yeah, that's too much for my hands. Okay, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Class warfare and bad review. Somebody didn't want you to be seen clearly here. Somebody has deep hidden resentment for you, collective. This could have been a group, like, because you are the haves or have-nots. Most likely it's because you have and they have not. So this was a rebellion against something here. Somebody didn't want you to be seen clearly. They were negatively giving feedback to other people, groups of people, to publicly humiliate you, to have you rejected or disapproved. Because this person has a wounded ego, they were doing this. This is like, ew. I don't like it. Somebody could be born in 1969 or be born in 1950. Tell me about lying to themselves. What do we need to know about this, Holy Spirit? What do we need to know? Tell us about lying to themselves. Relocation. Modest genius. And buffer. You may have had to relocate, collective. Some sort of change triggered a move to another state or another country, perhaps. You could have been drawn to a certain location, but whatever this was, to protect yourself from some sort of external forces, ensuring that you don't swing too hard in one direction, time and delay. So that could have something to do with something. Modest genius, someone who is brilliant but unassuming, not boastful. Let their work speak for itself. So you may not be, you could be very modest, you could be very humble. You may just do your work and like just let people take it for how it is. You don't brag about it. You may not post a lot on your personal life on social media because you're very you don't want your business out because it's nobody's business. You could be of an older generation where we didn't used to do those things. So you could be private, okay? Something about 2023, you could have had to relocate in 2023 because of this situation, because you were something triggered, like something was triggered for you to feel like you needed to move to protect yourself from whatever these external forces are. People could be calling you a genius. This could have happened in like February. Chronic complainer. Never happy with leadership, workload, or co-workers, or in life in general. Spreading negativity like wildfire. Okay, so this person who was talking crap on you, collective, all the time, is trying to cause some sort of warfare, not welfare. Maybe somebody was trying to have, you become impoverished or something. This person's just a chronic complainer. All right, let's go back to family still inheritance. What do we need to know about this, Holy Spirit? Testimony. So somebody could be testifying about stolen inheritance. Someone will speak up for you. So somebody could be speaking up for you, collective, when it comes to the stolen inheritance. Speaking your truth. So you may be speaking your truth in like the court of law about these haters who were trying to take something from you, whether this was real estate or money. And you could be finally speaking out after feeling like you've not been heard, because now you have evidence of something. Somehow, some way you have evidence, perhaps. The legal system could be coming in here and asking for you to come and testify about some sort of family inheritance. This could be like in February 13th. Could be significant. Change in belief. Expanding in mindset. Letting go of old beliefs. Learning something unexpected. Growing and maturing. So you could be learning of what's gone on here by the legal system. Somebody may want to come in and try to change what you believe because they know you're going to be called as a witness to testify. So somebody could be reaching out to you. Could be this family member who's a hater. This could be a feminine. Could be a sister, a mother. With Queen of Cups, it could be a sister or a mother, and or with this Empress, mother energy. Now remember, we had father out. Well, it was in the pre-shuffle, but yeah. One more for family stolen inheritance. Complicit. So whether or not somebody did it, they are complicit in some type of a crime, either indirectly or allowing it to happen through inaction or poor choices. Somebody's choosing to wear a blindfold here. But they could have been complicit, like somebody could have tried to break something down with that axe that he's holding in the background. And then we have itinerary, steps or choices you take in life. So yeah, fate or destiny. So this was destined to happen. There could have been signs from the universe with omen, warning someone of subtle clues or something being hidden, or more than meets the eye being involved here, and they perhaps didn't listen because it was in reverse. So somebody here didn't listen to the signs of the universe, and they became complicit in steps or choices to cause some sort of intentional movement towards you, collective. This was fated. This was destined to happen. There's nothing you could have done to change this. Tell me about to lose everything. Peter Pan syndrome. Resists growing up, fear of aging, avoids responsibilities, commitment, or emotional maturity. So whatever has gone on here with this person who's about to lose everything, including perhaps a house, they're trying to move to calmer waters because they don't want to be put in poverty. They could be reaching out to you, trying to change your view of something that transpired. This could be this mother energy that really has a fear of aging and also wants to avoid responsibility when it comes to whatever it is that they took here. This person may be like trying to play on the fact that they're, they've got some sort of issue here with their emotional self here, like they don't pick up on social cues and perhaps, or they're not emotionally mature. Tell me about this feminine +3. What else do we need to know about this? Bad deal. So this feminine +3 did something unbalanced and unfair. They made a bad deal, collective. It favored only one party and was lopsided. So some feminine here could have made a deal here with up to 3 people, or even 3 people or more is what I should say. This could be a Leo who's this perhaps trash box energy. If you're a Leo, I love Leos, but so don't take it personal, okay? It's just what's coming out. But this feminine could have made a bad deal here to sacrifice perhaps a Pisces, but it could be, any sign really. Now, I don't know how old you are now, but somebody could be 43, or this particular energy sacrificed somebody when they were 43 years old by making a bad deal with terms that were unfair or unbalanced. This has to do with money or inheritance, family money, a lot of money. Tell me more about this feminine +3. What else do we need to know? One more. School of Hard Knocks and Sirens. Psychological manipulation. Okay, so this person made a bad deal to have you psychologically manipulated, collective. They were trying to somehow tap into vulnerabilities of you or your temptations. So somebody could have worked here to psychologically manipulate you to do something, to make you feel like you were left out in the cold, so you had to act in a specific way. But you are street smart. We've got School of Hard Knocks. You're street smart. You're tough. You have inner strength. And you've earned wisdom the hard way, that something that can't just be taught in school. And so this particular person may not know a lot about you. Even this person could be like a mother, but they may not be close to you, so they don't know who you are. Or they're going off of like an old timeline. So this did not work. Tell me about this feminine +3. What else do we need to know? Assimilation, assimilationist, aesthetic chaser. So this particular person could always be chasing how it looks, how something looks from the outside. Okay, so you may know who this is based on that fact. Like, this person wants to have that perfect picture. So if somebody's like from another family looking in, it looks like they're just perfect. They have, you know, the perfect life. They have the perfect children. They have the perfect life, like when it comes to finances, when it comes to home, everything, right? So they've always chased this aesthetic thing. Like somebody could, you know, need to pay their home taxes, but they would rather buy bark dust or something for, you know, $5,000 for their property, and because they're more concerned about how something looks. And then with this assimilationist, we have person of color who distance themselves from their culture to gain favor or status within the dominant, often white culture. So there could be a group of people here that are involved in something. This +3 could be people that are, you know, and again, this is not, no shade to any race or anything like that. Please don't get the wrong impression. I'm just reading the card. But there could be people of color who have chose to work with this feminine. And it could also be that they are chasing this aesthetic, perfect looking life. Like somebody could wear like name brand everything, but not have a lease for a home or a car or anything like that, because, you know, I could wear all designer brands too if I wanted to, if I didn't pay my house note, my car note, and everything else, right? So that could be what this is. I don't know why I'm getting that, so I'm just speaking on it. Tell me about paying this doctor to lie. Oh, so SEXUAL ASSAULT. Sorry, y'all. SA. We'll refer to it as. So somebody could have said something to a doctor about you being SA'd. Interesting. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this paid doctor to lie. Somebody could be saying that your mental state is messed up because you were SA'd at some point. Self-actualized and the Holy Grail. So this is something that you don't hide. And trigger warning, if you have been SA'd, you could just know that this is part of your identity. This is what happened. And you just live authentically and confidently even though this has happened. And you should. So, okay, we have Holy Grail. Connection to ancient traditions, lost civilizations, and even extraterrestrial connections. You could also, okay, I see what this is. So this particular person went to this doctor. They said that your mental state was jacked up, okay? And then they went on to talk about how you speak confidently about your connection to lost civilizations or even extraterrestrial connections. This person was trying to make this look bad. And you're confident. You're clear on who you are, what your identity is. You know that you're unique. And you live authentically and confidently in this energy. You could have had an experience. You could be an experiencer. You could have experienced something with some sort of connection to ETs or star people. Let's put it that way, because I don't like to use the word aliens because it's kind of derogatory. So to the star people, let's keep it like that. Bucket list. Personal checklist of goals. Complete your dreams, start planning, and start doing. So yeah, you could have just used all this information in life that you learned from the School of Hard Knocks to make a bucket list of goals and things that you wanted to do, your dreams, planning for your future. And you actually started doing it. So you could have like a bucket list. Like mine is to learn a couple extra languages, right? Mine is to like travel to specific places like Stonehenge and different places throughout the world, South America and stuff. So you could be realizing, somebody could have been talking crap on the fact that you were trying to start all these goals or set up all these goals, and then you actually started working towards them, actively worked towards them. And this person could have been actually like intimidated by the fact that you were willing to take on all of this. But it's like you make time for it, right? Rather than scrolling all night, you may choose to be on an app to learn Spanish or French or whatever. And just with 2 hours a night, like you don't have to like be able to speak fluently, but you eventually you start learning and you start understanding, and before you know it, you're fluent, right? Something like that. So somebody could have been intimidated by your ability to tackle goals, your ability to set goals and actually work on them. We have nip tuck, self-maintenance, plastic surgery, beautifying yourself, new life, who this? All right, so this could be on someone's bucket list to have some type of surgery, Botox, filler, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be though. But this person could have been talking crap, collective, about your self-maintenance, the way you look. Because you perhaps have an online profile and you want to look appealing to people when you're online. I heard facial balancing. Somebody could be like saying like you had some type of a glow up. And they could literally be this person could be making a checklist of all the maintenance and plastic surgery you've had. This person's gross. I'm sorry, y'all. This person who's saying this about somebody who cares about the way they look, like, it's not everything, right? But at the same time, like, to demonize somebody taking care of themselves is bizarre. Destitute. Deep poverty that may push someone to act out of sheer survival, poverty mindset. So this person's in a lack mindset. They may be worried that they're going to be pushed into some type of poverty, or they were trying to make you feel like you were being pushed into poverty so you couldn't take care of yourself. But you could have looked at like, you can't make money without money sort of thing. And in this day and age, having a 9-to-5 is not feasible for everyone. There are barely any 9-to-5s left. I mean, there are, but there aren't, right? There's a lot of people that have degrees and those 9-to-5s get taken up, if there is anything at all. We have AI that's now coming into play. And you may realize that, if you have an online platform, you may realize like that's the way you're going to be successful. And it may not be any ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just realize that, look, if I'm going to have anything, I have to work for it. And so you could be like for what I'm doing here. So I'm uploading videos, right? And people think, oh, well, you have your channel's monetized, so you must be making money. You have to have a thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views in order to make anything. You make like maybe 3 cents. Sometimes it's as little as 0.3 of a cent. Okay, so that could be like happening here. You could be realizing that if you want anything to come from anything, you have to start working at it, right? Even if you're not making anything right out the gate, eventually, once you become more well known, you will start making more, right? But this person is stuck in a lack mindset. And you're like, I'm not going to be in this destitute mindset. I'm going to work, even if like, you're working and really not getting paid, right? So there's something about that here where somebody could be saying like, well, you must not be that smart if you're working and you're not making any money. It's not that easy. You can think about it in this way. Like, if you were to go to school for 5 years, like for instance, for me, let's say if I wanted to go to school to be a nurse, okay? First of all, you have to go to school for like 9 years. And I'm 48, right? So if I was to go to school to be a nurse, I wouldn't even be graduating until I was like 57. And then they work you really, really hard. Now, how many 57-year-olds do you know that are just like getting right out there? And, when you become a nurse, you're working like 12-hour days. I know a lot of them. And you're working really, really, really hard. And a lot of times it's in like the ER. Okay, so it's not feasible for me personally to choose to bite off more than I can really chew. First of all, what if I don't like it? What if I can't deal with some of the bodily functions that happen when you're being a nurse, right? So like, you don't really know how you're going to be with it. And then, after putting 9 years in, you kind of feel like you absolutely have to go down that route. And you have student loans and everything else. For me, that's not feasible because of my age. Now, if I was 22, then, getting out of school at, 30 or something like that sounds more feasible, right? Especially when you're younger and you're willing to be able to work 12 hours a day, being on your feet in the ER, so on and so forth. Your body does start to change when you get older, and there's no denying that. Okay, so it could be something like that. That's just an analogy. Okay, whew. Let's keep going. We have DEAD, beat. So somebody's a beat and they have unpaid bills or something. Oh, so this person's just lazy and irresponsible, and they now want to shift some sort of blame and accountability. This person could be an energy vampire. This feminine +3. Somebody's vamping off your energy, or you just make them look bad because they're irresponsible and lazy. Okay, tell me more about this military family. Lukewarm, half-hearted effort, saying I care but not showing it. Emotional middle ground. Oh, here we go. This is about this feminine energy still. Come through, Spirit. So this person is lukewarm. They're half-hearted. They could say like they care, but they don't show it. So somebody could be like, I just love and care about you so much, and I just want what's best for you. So this person who is seeing perhaps you have a platform and thinking that, like, oh, this person's putting in effort and not getting very much reward. But it can take years to have a really good platform. So this person is like trying to act like they care, but they're not showing it. So they could say it. They talk a good game, but they don't show any kind of effort in order to be friends with you or anything. This person they've shown more effort on talking shit behind the scenes on you about the things that you want, your self-maintenance, trying to psychologically manipulating you. about your SA and or your connections to star people. And that you just highlight that this person is a lukewarm deadbeat. I mean, and remember, we have X started it all. So your ex could be highly involved in this. This is feeling like a part 2 of yesterday's reading, to be honest with you guys. Inheritance. Yeah. So look at these hands are like reaching out. And there's literally, oh wow, a nail going through these people's hands. So somebody could be getting crucified for what they did here. Because of something they did when it comes to an inheritance, some sort of wealth or blessings. They could be saying that they didn't choose this burden. If they took it, they chose it. Something about 1975 could be significant. But something could be getting like, somebody could be getting, yeah, someone could literally be getting crucified for this. For trying to, so this person talked crap on you. They talked about the things that you do to maintain yourself. They talked about what you do for your business. They talked about you being essayed. They talked about your connection that you spoke about that was authentic with star people. They said you didn't have any identity after you were SA'd. They told all this to a doctor and paid this doctor to do something here. And this was, you know, this particular person being a chronic complainer who is worried about being destitute. So they worked with people that wanted to assimilate into a different type of culture or something. This was a bad deal. Now they're being nailed to what they did. Because they look like a really shitty person. They're coming out as a trash box, you guys. You know how crappy you have to be in order to be looked at like this? And again, we have this Leo energy here with strength. Cold feet and getting more serious. Loss of nerve or confidence in following through. Fear of commitment. Doubt creeping in. And getting more serious. So this situation is, oh, my palm is itching, y'all. Usually my grandma would say that if your palm itches, it's money's coming, right? So now that things are getting more serious, they're moving from the light, or they're moving into the light. Something's being focused on here that they did. Now they're getting cold feet. So doubt is creeping in about a situation here. They could realize that the police are watching them. They could have started something in like January 2020. All right, let's see. Where else are we gonna? Tell me about times up. Or actually, police on their ASS. Divorce fallout. And choosing the bear. Somebody could be getting a divorce because they'd rather be alone with a wild animal than with an XY chromosome human. So somebody is having some sort of fallout from a divorce. Something about taking sides. Now, this doesn't have to be an actual divorce of people who are married. This could be like a divorce just of you and these family members, okay? And you could be just like, I'd rather spend time with a wild animal, take my chances with a wild bear, than be with these particular people. So somebody could be being forced to take sides when it comes to something. It says loyalty binds ripple through the family, especially affecting children. So this could be between you and your parents, and you would rather be with a wild animal in a bear's den than with perhaps these people, this trash box and your ex. Now this person, this feminine +3 could have taken sides when you like got out of a relationship. Your ex, again, started all of this somehow. So your ex could have like been working with like a mother. And this is really interesting because this is like becoming more details of what came out in yesterday's reading. All right, you guys, this reading's going along, so we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Let's see, what else? Tell me about lying to themselves. Overqualified. So somebody could be lying to themselves about their qualifications, that they're skillful or knowledgeable in a particular area. Untapped or underutilized potential. So somebody could be wanting, like, I don't know what this is. I'm going to get a couple more. Overqualified. Someone could be acting like they're overqualified to be defeated in something, or to be put in behind bars. Oh, well, like, I'm not qualified to be put behind bars. They're lying to themselves that they're not going to be defeated. They could be lying to themselves in order to be able to sleep at night when it comes to this being put in a cage. All right, tell me a little bit more about lying to themselves and this defeat. The villain era. This person could be like, I'm not people pleasing. Whatever's gone on here, someone's making others feel really uncomfortable. You could be reclaiming your voice from what this person has said or done in regards to this doctor. Now it says villain era, but you could have chose to stop pleasing these family members that took your inheritance. You could have like literally said, like, if I have to be a part of this toxic BS, then I'm walking away. And, you know, it's like nothing is worth it. Nothing that you're doing here and the way you treat me is worth the amount of money, even though it could be millions of dollars. It's still not worth it. Nothing, self-compromise for something toxic is never worth any tangible things like a home or money. You will not sacrifice yourself. And that could be why this person tried to literally sacrifice you. Warning, stay away from this person. Be careful and take extra precautions. Sudden passing or major world event. We have drip in reverse. Serious swag or vibe. Stylish. Turning heads. Magnetic. Inner richness. Status and substance. So somebody here has no substance to them. So be warned. You may want to stay away from this person. Be very careful of this person and their white noise. This person may be emotionally numb, or you have become emotionally numb over what's gone on. Because whatever's gone on here, it's like they're constantly poking the bear, and you're just kind of like, well, that's the same shit, different day, month, or year, right? Decade, even. Somebody may be coming in, collective, and want to come in and like tell you your worth. They could, but this is because they want to come in and take ownership of you. They could come in and declare loyalty and security, or come in and like make a promise to you. You're being warned about this situation. So this doesn't have to be a ring. It could very well be, But it really speaks of somebody wanting to recognize you for something, or come in and like take ownership of what they did. They could be coming in and saying how loyal they are, and that you can be guaranteed that they're going to keep you secure. But it says, warning, stay away from this person. Be careful and take extra precautions. This person may be coming in just to cause you sudden passing, collective, or some sort of major world event, like, you know, being charged with a crime you didn't commit, or something, or being put in a mental prison or something. Y'all, I don't like this. Okay. Yeah, put a ring on it, still there. All right, you guys. So I normally would do signs and a positive reading or positive card right now, but we've got so much information out here. And it's been a long reading. So I'm going to actually close it out here. And thank you guys so much for choosing to spend your time with the channel. I appreciate all you guys do. Please remember, this is a general collective reading. If you like the way I read, please do like the reading and subscribe if you would like. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.